Wii owners and newcomers alike, it's time to play Wii U.
And now it's time to stop. So yesterday, Nintendo broke the news that they are preparing to shut down the eShop on both the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS early next year. A move that should shock no one who's been following this company for really any amount of time, as if Nintendo hates anything, well, actually, if Nintendo hates anything, it's probably people who upload their music on YouTube from what I've heard lately. But after that, if they hate anything, it is game preservation. Yeah, after the announcement of the Wii Shop closure, this made sense as the next logical step, and here we are. Again, yeah, I don't see how you could be shocked by this. Sad? Pissed off? Sure. Shocked though? Yeah, I don't see it. They made a post about all the changes on their website with a breakdown of what's happening and when. It starts with, quote, "As of late March 2023, it will no longer be possible to make purchases on Nintendo eShop for the Wii U system and the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. It will also no longer be possible to download free content, including game demos. Furthermore, as this date draws closer, related services will cease to function. As of May 23rd, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use a credit card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop on Wii U or Nintendo 3DS family of systems. As of August 29th, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use a Nintendo eShop card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop on Wii U or the 3DS family of systems. However, it will be possible still to redeem download codes as of late March 2023. So if you're looking to use any of those purchase methods, make sure you're aware of when you'll no longer be able to do them." And they go on to say, even after March 2023 and for the foreseeable future, it will still be possible to re-download games and DLC, receive software updates, and enjoy online play on Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. So Nintendo, in all their generosity, it's not like they're fully killing off support for these systems that, aren't really that old, certainly not the Wii U. You'll still be able to download stuff, again, quote, "for now, for the foreseeable future." I mean, we all know where this goes. Inevitably, the way of the Wii as well, where there will be a cutoff date, I'm sure, for all that down the line, where you can no longer download the digital games as well as probably, play online and stuff. It's not like they're going to support it forever, which is certainly concerning, especially for the 3DS. But my favorite section has to be the one that they quickly removed. I see people posting this online and people in the comments being like, "Oh, that's not from their site, you faked that," or whatever. No, if you go to the page and don't see it, and you think it's a troll, it was once there. I'll put the archive link in the description. But they originally had a section where they said, quote, "Once it is no longer possible to purchase software on Nintendo eShop on Wii U and 3DS family of systems, many classic games for past platforms will cease to be available for purchase anywhere. Will you make classic games available to own some other way? If not, then why? Doesn't Nintendo have an obligation to preserve its classic games by continually making them available for purchase?" Their answer to that: across our Nintendo Switch Online membership plans, over 130 games are currently available in growing libraries for various legacy systems. The games are often enhanced with new features such as online play. We think it is an effective way to make classic content easily available to a broad range of players. Within these libraries, new and longtime players can not only find games they remember or have heard about, but other fun games they may not have to seek out otherwise. We currently have no plans to offer classic content in other ways. Again, I know that seems like a joke, but no, it's real. Don't worry, we've got all these classics on the Nintendo Switch Online service. I mean, even dismissing how that is a subscription service you have to keep paying for, where, these were instances where you could just buy the individual games you wanted, even taking that out of the equation because it's already totally different. It's like, oh, how many Wii U and 3DS games are included in Nintendo Switch Online? The actual games made for these systems that you're shutting down the storefronts for? Seriously, how many 3DS games can I play on NSO? Because I wasn't aware that there were that many to play. And obviously the older virtual console type stuff, the offerings aren't even close. You think they can't possibly be that clueless, but I guess they actually are. That legit seems like a troll. It's like they're straight up impersonating the whiny, don't you have a responsibility to keep offering these games? And they're just like, no plans. Bye NSO, you scrubs. So obviously this is another major blow to preservation. I see a lot of people saying, go run and grab those digital games before you can't anymore. If they're cheap, I guess go for it, but I wouldn't invest heavily in the digital versions because again, you're probably not going to be able to download them for long, maybe another couple years, but Nintendo, with the way they are, they're more than likely going to stop letting you even download stuff after a while. I'd say, as I typically do, physical for the win. One of the things that's about to be a nightmare, and I recommend collectors get on right away, is 3DS games. I wouldn't be surprised if they're flying off the shelves already as soon as this announcement was made. These bastards are probably going to skyrocket in price now that you can't buy them digitally anymore. There are already a fair amount of people collecting 3DS. But yeah, I know I already saw Cheap Ass Gamer on Twitter. He was posting a thread of games that already the physical versions are getting pretty expensive on 3DS, so you may want to go for the digital one of those. But again, the idea is once they don't allow you to buy these digital versions anymore, then how expensive do you think those physical ones are going to be? And we're not going to see any of the dual screen stuff on a modern Nintendo system anytime soon. I mean, we still can't even get GameCube games. You think we're going to get 3DS games soon? No way. And I mean, that's one good thing about the overpriced Wii U ports on Switch. At least you can buy many of those Wii U games on Switch. The big Wii U games that still aren't on Switch will probably come over eventually, or, maybe they'll be on Nintendo's next system, but something like Xenoblade Chronicles X, I have a good feeling that'll be here eventually. Some of the smaller stuff, maybe not, but the heavy hitters, I do think so. But again, 3DS, I do not have much faith in those games coming over, again, at least anytime soon. It's really crazy. We just had Sony walk back the shutting down of some of their old digital storefronts recently, and that at least, you could argue, was probably to make way for their Xbox Game Pass competitor. They probably wanted to sunset that stuff and have a bunch of games on their service. But again, they did walk that back. I have a good feeling if they want to legitimately compete with Xbox, that Sony service is going to be stacked from the start. It'll have to be. And Microsoft Xbox obviously is killing it in terms of backwards compatibility. And then you got Nintendo over here, almost consistently looking for ways to keep you from playing older games. You'd almost legit think they didn't want you to play this stuff with how hard they make it. In that section, they at least they had the brains to remove it. Oh, enjoy the classics on NSO! Are you kidding me? The NSO classic offerings are pathetic even compared to the Wii, which came out almost 2 decades ago, guys. Where does Nintendo even get the balls to say that shit? Like I said, you really don't think they could be that clueless, but I guess they are. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. Like I said, pretty much the same old shit from Nintendo. They don't want you downloading old games, even the ones they're already selling you and have the infrastructure built for. Nope, play them on NSO. NSO, where we have all the greatest 3DS games. What? Let me know your thoughts on Nintendo shutting down the 3DS and Wii U eShops in the comments. Are you going to grab some of these games before they kill those digital storefronts? Are you going to hunt down some of the physical versions? Maybe you're fine with the decision because of all the games available on NSO. As always, I'm the Shy Guy, Johnny Zakari, and thanks for watching.